Oh, hello and welcome to one of our final I think it might be the final. No, we have one more cast tonight, right? Um uh the second to last final round robin game in the Tyro Academy. We've got Penguins and Discount Tyro here today. Uh yeah, and in the booth with me I have Torque and who else do I got in the booth? Introduce yourself.
We got Martini. Hello, hello.
Hello. Yep. Uh So we are just waiting for them to ready up. As soon as they ready up, we will get this game going and see how it goes. We will have the transition period between the second and first round because we are going to move from NA servers over to EU in order to make it fair. So right now we're just waiting for everybody to be ready, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this matchup. I believe I looked at the bracket. This is fourth and fifth place, right? Penguins versus Discount Tyros. So it should be a close game, right?
It should be, and I think we're getting down to with these last few games, we're going to know who is in the finals and who is sadly not in the finals. Who gets to hang out in big screen with other people and watch the finals from the comfort of their sofa.
Oh
So
yeah, we might do an all party, big screen party. We'll see how we do
yeah,
it this time around. But
definitely.
we did it last time, so maybe we should do it again.
Yep.
I'm excited. But I guess that we're just gonna talk about the teams. We do have an injury, right, on one of the teams. Which one is it?
It's
Discount
on
Tyros.
Discount Tyro. Kudakai injured himself in the last game, and he actually posted pictures from the ER, which is a little sad. Um,
Yeah.
but he's still wanting to help out his team. He said he'll sit in a chair and watch as they run around the arena, and everybody else has been telling him to chill and just relax. So
Yes, health
okay,
is more
just
important
relax.
than Echo at the end of the day, right?
Yes.
But I'm hoping Discount Tyros can deal with see if they can come back from this loss and see how they can hold it down for this game. You
Yeah.
know?
And it looks like they did get to disc first, but it traveled into the other side. They slapped it. It went right into Ellis's hands. Ellis put it up to Westy. Westy's still chasing it. Let's see if he'll get there first. It looks like Discount Tyro is focusing on setting up their defense rather than chasing the disc. It goes up over to them, but they don't quite get it. We're trying to get it out. A few people had their hands on it there. It is slapped all the way down. That might be a mail slot. Oh, so close, so close. We've got it bouncing around a bit. Romeo goes for the shot. It does not go in. It's bouncing back out. Alpha's seeking to get it, but he doesn't get there first. Whitehawk does and goes for the stun on It's Me Ellis. Whitehawk grabs it, tosses it forward to Romeo. Romeo's looking for his options, looking for that cut. Passes it back to Whitehawk. Trying to make some room, give themselves some options. It looks like that may have been a cut, but it went to the goalie instead. The goalie goes to get it out. It doesn't quite clear. Ellis manages to make it clear all the way down to Blue's side. It's whoever gets there first, and I think it will be Orange. They catch it up at the top, but Blue is there to give them some trouble. But Blink GUI is able to put it in for 2 points.
Wow, pretty quick back and forth. What a full minute to get that first shot off. Pretty impressive. We'll see how Discount Tyros can respond as they come out of the tunnels. Let's see how they do it. Looks like Discount Tyros coming out of the tunnels, and they are going for a split play. Looks like maybe playing off of traps, playing a little slower. I like it. Taking their time moving forward. Does get stunned out. Unfortunately, cannot get the clear through. Goes in for the deep right pass. Does not quite connect. Can one of the teammates follow up? And yes, looks like Zan's able to get their hand off of it. Goes off his shield. And they are intercepted. Beautiful play by, was that Summer? I wasn't able to see the name. Goes in for the bounce shot, but it goes right off the back. Unfortunately, the angle did not work out in their favor. It looks like it was almost clear, but not quite. Blue's coming in with the stacks, able to get the stun off, and the disc is now free through tunnel, but Orange is there with the follow-up stack. They're able to recover and push it through all the way back to the other side. It is now stuck on Blue's half, but it's fine. Romeo's there for the recovery. He's passing it down the valley. They're moving forward, but they are intercepted. Beautiful play by Westy. They're moving forward, slowly looking around for good passing options, going a little bit wide on the pass, but they are there for the recovery. Zen's looking around, looking for some open options. Was that Ellis? Sorry, I'm like reading that wrong. It's Ellis. It's me. It's me, Ellis. Sorry. Ellis is able to get dive in. Goes in for 2 more points on the board for Penguins. Sorry, for some reason, it's me, Ellis on my screen looks like a Z, so I thought it was Zen. But yes.
And we're gonna have Discount Tyro rolling out again. Let's see if they can get this disc on the other side and into that goal. Romeo tosses it down, trying to connect with Whitehawk, but it bounces. Romeo's able to grab it. Looks like they're gonna dribble. They get attacked, but they are able to get it off to Alpha Foxtrot. Now Alpha's juking around a bit, buying some time, trying to get some people forward. Passes it up to Whitehawk. Whitehawk puts it down to Romeo. Alpha's spreading out, trying to get some distance. Romeo goes for the cut, but it looks like it was not communicated. Summer's chasing now, and she sadly gets stunned out. And who is that? That's Westy. Westy slaps it forward. Whitehawk sends it down over to Romeo. Romeo is trying to figure out a different angle to attack this bubble. Passes it back to Summer, going for the reset. Summer throws it down to Whitehawk as he comes out of stun, but it is caught by It's Me Ellis and cleared out. All the way down. So we're just waiting for those stacks to come in, and they do. Whitehawk gets to recover it. But Blink, they are absolutely capitalizing on the fact that the ping difference can be in their favor for grabbing that disc. The objects in the mirror are closer than they appear when you have this kind of ping difference. I've played a lot of early midweek madness used to be mostly EU players, and that was the one thing, like, you cannot hold that disc for as long as you think you can with this ping difference. So Whitehawk clears it all the way down. Now it's just who can get there first and get it in. They misread the disc, but Whitehawk is going to be there. He's got he had someone bodyguarding him, but it looks like they passed it up to Romeo, but Westy was able to get it out. Summer's got it now. Summer tosses it up to Whitehawk. Whitehawk ducks the opponents and puts it in for 2 more points.
First two, beautiful play by Discount Tyros, but good point, Tasha. I know ping difference is always kind of the big it throws you off when you're playing against the EU folks, especially for the NA folks, and vice versa, right? So being able to play with that is very important.
We have Torque on cams, and Natasha, Laura, and Martini are the ones casting. We just had that question in chat. So.
Did someone ask?
Yeah.
Yes. We got Pingwins coming out of the tunnels. They are going pretty slow. I like it. A little methodical. Moving forward, looks like open 3, but Ellis is able. Ellis is able to get 3 in. 3 more points on the board before Penguins. They are coming in strong this first round with 7-2 already. We have 6 minutes left in the round, right?
This is the round which Ping is not in their favor. Ping is in NA's favor. So, NA has to take that into account. And like Skittles just said in chat, we can't leave that goal open. So Romeo takes it, jukes out his opponents a little bit, throws it up to Whitehawk. Whitehawk is trying to juke as well, but gets stunned out. Ellis takes it, but he loses it immediately because Whitehawk comes out of that stun and goes right for him. Slaps it down into the bubble. Looks like Alpha will get there first, but will he hold on to it? Will he be able to clear it? And do they have somebody back there? They don't, but Ellis makes his way back there and is waiting for his teammates to move up before he really pushes that bubble. Westy brings it back to Ellis. Ellis then sends it forward, but it looks like it didn't quite connect with who he was thinking it might connect with. He did have someone on shoulder, but no one on nest. And then Whitehawk goes for the clear. It bounces up, bounces in, bounces out. Maybe? Nope. Nope. Bounces right back in. It looks like Discount Tyro has 2 home. We got Ellis up high. Ellis going for the shot. It bounces straight up to him. Whitehawk goes for the clear, and now they need to get those stacks together to get down there and retrieve that disc. Blink is floating forward, looking back, trying to see if he has people coming for him. And he did, and then Whitehawk sends it in for 3. Nice.
Oh my god. Was that a slap, or was that just a very calculated 3? Always calculated, right?
I hope it was a calculated 3. Like Skittles just said, like, they got to keep those stacks together so they can capitalize on wild throws. They had their people together, they sent them in, and that gave them the opportunity they needed to make this game a little bit more even. And we're only at a 2-point spread right now. So
I know
go
they got
for it,
4 more
Martine.
minutes. They got plenty of time on the board. All right, we got Pingwins moving in. Looks like they just clipped the disc off of Geo. It's free and it's stolen back on Orange's side. Ellis is moving up, goes in for the cross pass, but it does not quite connect. Looks like there's a little bit of miscommunication on their part. Goes in for the clear inside bubble, and it almost gets into Ellis's hand. Heartbreaking. Looks like we have Whitehawk is doing a very good job of stunning everyone out to keep possession on their side, but it's just not quite working out for Blue right now. Still stuck in Blue's circle. Bubble. I don't know why I keep calling it circle. Goes in for the cut. Oh, never mind. Ellis says, I'm actually going to take this shot myself. 2 more points on the board for Penguins. I thought he was going in for a cut pass, but he says, never mind. I'm going in for the shot myself.
No, that last play we again saw that ping issue where I think it was either Whitehawk or Alpha thought that they were much farther away than they were, and they picked it. So you really got to be careful. You cannot do those close, like, oh, I'm going to juke around you, because ping will mess with you here. Like,
Definitely.
don't float towards someone with the disc. They will have the disc before you realize it. It's passed straight over, but there's no one there, so Ellis is able to grab it and slap it forward. I don't know if they still have someone down there or not to retrieve it. But Romeo gets there as everybody else is coming in. Goes for the clear. It clears down through a tunnel. It's bouncing around kind of near trap. Blank has got it. Alpha's able to send him out, though, and slap it forward. They need to get together. They need to get those stacks together. They do not have the speed without them, but they don't. So Orange is able to grab it and is working on clearing it out, but it bounces right off Geo towards their bubble again. So, yeah, we definitely need to see some more stacks from Discount Tyro. If they had stacks, they could have the speed to retrieve that disc before Orange gets to it and put a couple more points on the board. Romeo making his way up, letting... Oh, that disc slipped right out of his hand. He tosses it up to Alpha. Alpha's looking for his options. He needs to take a minute, let his teammates get in the bubble. Passes it up to Shoulder, and it goes down, but it does not go in. Westy goes for the clear. It is a... Well, it was a good clear until it hit Double Diamond. Romeo and his stack partner are able to get it, send it back down to Blue. They are stacked, so hopefully they can get it and get over there. Nope. Orange gets there first. Passes it over to Blank. Blank misses the pass. So Blue has another opportunity to get it. They just need to slow down a bit and keep those stacks tighter. They'll have a lot more opportunities that way. It's Me Ellis goes for the clear, but again, it seems like we're hitting every Geo in the arena today. Bouncing wide. Let's see who will get there first. Let's see. Westy gets it, slaps it forward over to It's Me Ellis. It's Me Ellis does not connect, but is able to chase it down and take control. Passes it up towards Blank. Blank looks like he's going for another pass, but it again is a little bit wild. I think both teams could benefit from slowing this down. We're seeing lots of wild slaps and lots of wild throws. And this is something that you guys want to think about going into the finals tournament. If you cut down those mistakes, you have a better opportunity and a better ability to score on your opponents. Like, there were a lot of passes here that if they had just connected, it would be a very different situation. And Romeo clearing that all the way down the field. It looks like Blue's going to get there first. Alpha goes for the shot. It does not go in. And that might be just a comms thing, that they need to have comms going so that they know exactly where that disc is and how much time they have to try to put it into the goal. And back passes. I like that NY Quid. Resetting is always, especially right now, you don't have a good bubble to push. So reset it, try to buy a little bit more time, let your people get in position, and then you can make a more informed attack on that bubble. It's cleared back down to Blue. We haven't had anybody score in a bit, and we only have 10 seconds left. So scores...
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
yeah. Scores will carry over. So in the next round, they will have... It'll still be a 9-5 spread, so 4 points. But it will be on EU servers. So the NA players, which is the Blue team, Discount Tyro, will have a ping disadvantage, just like the EU players did in this first round. So we will just wait for them to switch servers. Do we have any videos or anything we need to run, Torque? Okay, we are gonna run a promo. We will be right back. Thanks for tuning in. Hello, and we're back. We have, like we said, the Academy tournament. I believe it's next weekend.
Oh
Where
wow.
the top
Okay.
4 teams, if that's correct, I don't know, will be playing to see who wins the finals. And this season, I feel like, and you can tell me what you think, Martini. I feel like this season's
Mhm.
very different from last season. Last season, we kind of had a clear front runner among all these academy teams, and this season, like, no one's done a clean sweep of every win. Everybody's had some losses. Everybody's had, like, they'll lose to one team that beats another, but like it wouldn't necessarily be as congruent as you would think. Like, team A might beat team
Definitely.
B, and then team A loses to team C, but team C beats team B. Like, it's just been
Yeah.
very interesting. What have
You
you
know,
seen
I
this
got to
season?
give credit, I think, to kind of Torek and to kind of the organizers of the academy. I think with the more structured syllabus and kind of structured time and how everyone should do things, the kind of training is very spread out. And I think that helped these teams be a lot more balanced in theory. 'Cause, right, everyone's already rocking what 4-2, 4-2, 3-2. Like these are pretty. I think these are pretty balanced numbers, right? Considering a lot of these, like a fair amount of people were newer. So
Yeah,
I season one it was kind of I think I would almost argue more normalish when you think about like newer people playing because there's be a huge skill gap sometimes, right? But we did a really good job, I think, this time around with making sure everything was
yeah,
pretty spread out, which I think is very impressive. The fact that it's pretty spread well
yeah,
shows there's a lot of thought that went into this, and it worked out well. Because at this point, it's mostly team chemistry. I think that's making a big difference. Because a lot of these teams, as you've seen in this, even in this game right now, they are kind of taking a little bit more time, kind of working it up, doing the passes. Versus, I remember the beginning, of the round robin, where people were just chucking it everywhere. They're doing wild clears everywhere. So the gameplay, I think, is a lot more structured now, a lot cleaner than it used to be. So I'm really excited to see how the finals come out because even though a team might be the top team right now in the bracket coming out of finals, they might not even be top one. They might be the fourth place. I'm not saying
yeah.
Disgusting's gonna be fourth place,
No, no,
but
no. I
in
think
theory, right? Yeah,
we've seen that last season with not immersion. My last team, Udeball, yeah, I
yeah,
can't remember. But they, no one thought that they were gonna do much in the round robin and then the tournament because they lost their first couple games, and then
yeah.
they really hit it. They really, like, found their stride. They found their balance, and they were able to come back and really show what you can do with a little bit of training and a lot of, like, dedication. And
Mhm.
one thing we've talked about, and I talked about this with my husband, who was formerly a member of the academy, like, a lot of what makes you a good player in this isn't just your training. It is how you apply that training. It is how much are you going in and doing. Sorry, just one second. How much are you going in and doing different things? Like, how much are you going in and playing pubs, but running pubs with people you know, so that you're not just uh, going in there wild, going and doing pickup games, things like that. Going in and playing by yourself in the arena and practicing your shot or other things. So,
Definitely. But I'm hoping I'm always I'm a big sucker for the underdog here. And it was funny, and I think in our finals, my team, they did really well in the season. I love Nugs, but your team was underdog, and I kind of did want them to at least go to 3 rounds. Because I don't know, I just love seeing like the underdog team win, no matter what, even if it's against my own team.
absolutely.
And right
Hey,
now, Discount
Torque,
Tyros is underdog, right? Especially with the teammate on injury. So
yeah,
part of me wants them to win, but we'll see if they can come back together. It's only a 4 point difference right now. They are at a ping disadvantage. So in theory, this round should be harder. But maybe that ping disadvantage might reset their mindset, might make them more cognizant of the moves they're doing. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see, right?
absolutely. Hey, Torque, can you show us your perspective, the cam's perspective? I'm having problems getting it to go. So I just want to make sure. I may be able to do
Yes,
that in just a moment, but I want to make sure we have a perspective on it. Because we can't cast if we can't see what's going on. Uh, Thank you. I'll get
perfect.
mine up as soon as I can, but it's recommending I delete something. Okay, so
All right. Is this still the same colors? Discount Tyro on blue and Penguins on orange? Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. Sounds good. Is now on Penguin side. Everyone is coming in for the stack race. We got Yo Romeo with hands on the disc, able to pass it off to Summer. They are looking around for passing, going for the reset, but it is intercepted by Blank. Goes in for the reset back to goalie, but does not quite work out. It is still free floating on Orange's side. It looks like Penguins is looking for the clear, maybe for the reset. Does get intercepted by Yo Romeo. Goes in for the pass to Bowtie. Goes in for the left pass. It is now 1-on-1, but went a little too wide on the shot. It is still stuck on Orange's side. Blue is trying their best to get their hand on disc and get that disc into the goal. Summer has their hand on disc, goes in for the panic clear, I believe, and it does work out in their favor because Whitehawk's there for the recovery. We have it still on Discount Tyro's hands. They go in for the cut. Goes in for another cut. He got the 1-on-1 and is 2 points on the board for Discount Tyros. We are now 9-7, right? So that lead is closing down. I don't know. Maybe Discount Tyros can put some more points on the board this round. We'll see how it goes.
I don't think we can count them out yet. They still have several minutes left, so we have a chance to see them bring this back. I think for sure, absolutely.
Definitely down but not out, right? Down but not out.
Okay, we'll just continue. It looks like it's passed over to It's Me Ellis, but it does not connect. Pass to Yijun passes it to Yaijun? Okay, sorry. Yaijun. And they're able to clear it down. Blank goes to pick it up, but misses it, but is able to get it after recovery. Ellis is looking to see if he has that shot, but the goalie is back. Goes for a shot, but it's off a bit. Passed up to Yaijun. Yaijun passes it over to and it's in for 2 more points by It's Me Ellis.
Well, a lot of fraudulent passing, but it worked out in their favor. I was kind of impressed.
Yeah, that was an interesting choice there.
Definitely. All right, we have Discount Tyros coming out of the tunnels now. Let's see how they respond. Looks like they are going for the right relay with a pass off of Trap. Interesting. Looks like they're doing more conservative relay. Does not make it to the second pass. Unfortunately, goes all the way through, and Blank's able to get there for the recovery. Looks like they're going to pass off to Ellis, and Ellis is looking around, trying to figure out what to do. Tries to go in for maybe a potential boof shot, maybe. But does not get out. It's back into Whitehawk's hand. Goes in for the clear onto Orange's side. Disc is now stuck on the right side around Cloud. Looks like Wesley's trying to figure out where to pass it. Goes in for the pass to Ellis, but it does miss their hands. Looks like Whitehawk goes in for the clear, but it's still stuck in Trap. And Alpha gets the handoff and goes in for another clear through. And it's just not quite working out right now for Discount Tyros. Keeps getting stuck in that tunnel area. And Romeo's back there on the back line, holding it down, going in for the pass. But it is hitting every single geo today for Discount Tyros. I'm not sure what's going on with these passes or clears, but they're everywhere. I'm hoping they get the stacks up. You know, there are a lot of free floating. They do need the speed right now, especially because they got to keep the aggression up just to kind of get the points on the board. It looks like Summer's able to get her hand on the disc. It's going through to Orange's side, stuck on the trap. Ellis is coming in for the backup. He's got his hand on a disc, looking around, trying to figure out what he can do. Goes in for the potential boop shot, and just a little too wide, but a very good attempt on shot. Looks like Blue is able to get their hand on the disc. Whitehawk goes in for the clear through tunnel, and it does make it through. It's now deep into Orange's side. Can Pingwins recover the disc? Yes, sort of, almost. Looks like Discount Tyros does try their best to get a hand on disc, but it's just not quite working out for them. Alpha's there for the recovery, looking in for some passing options. Goes in for the cut over to Post, and is able to get 2 more points on the board for Discount Tyros. It is now 11-9. It is keeping it close. I think they have not been beyond a 4-point difference this whole game, right? It's
they are keeping us on our toes with this game. Absolutely. So, and that's another thing. Skittles would point out, we have a lot of clear without the chase, and that's something that you got to make sure you're on top of. If you're gonna clear it, you need to be ready to chase it. Otherwise, you're just handing it over to the other team.
Definitely.
So it is cleared all the way down by Discount Tyro. If they can get there first, they need to stack it in. Looks like they may get there first. Romeo's got it. Whitehawk is there as well. Whitehawk's moving up. Takes the pass. Goes for the shot, but it knocks off somebody's head because it looks like it changed colors there. Slaps it over. Romeo is gonna... Oh, nope. Romeo's not gonna be able to get that. So it's slapped up. Trying to slap it out, and it may go. It just kind of depends on where it hits that. Clearing all the way down, so now everybody needs to stack and get down there to either recover and defend or get it out of there. And Summer is able to grab that and get it out of there. She's able to clear it down. It does hit Geo, but it almost seems like that might have been a little bit of an advantage bounce because it did take Orange longer to get control of it, which gives Blue a little bit more time to set it up. Westies grabs it, and hopefully Blue will put some pressure on him. He passes it forward, I think, hoping that it's going to connect with one of his teammates. It does, but there were a lot of defenders there. So it's Blink passes it over to Westy, but Westy doesn't get it. Yijin gets it and passes it up to Ellis. Ellis is going for the shot, but gets stunned out. And now it's a matter of Romeo does the stun and gets the disc at the same time. Clears it down. Now it's just a matter of who can get there first and if they can get this disc in. Orange might get there first. Nope, Blue is able to make it happen. But they go to make a pass and it doesn't quite get to where it needs to go. Little pass along there. Romeo juking in, trying to do a cut with Whitehawk, but Whitehawk moves in too quickly. And that gives Penguins the chance to clear it all the way down. Bouncing towards Blue's bubble. Ellis goes for the shot, but it doesn't go in. Blue did not have a defender back there yet. Blue's able to slap it down, sending it all the way downfield. Orange will get there first, but Blue could be in hot pursuit. And they are. Blue still had a backstack back there waiting for that clear. So they're just waiting to see if they can get it in. Romeo does a little bit of bodyguarding. And then sends it up, but his teammate sends it up, but it goes right into the hands of Orange, and now Orange is there. They had an open goal, but Romeo was able to steal it and get it out of there. It's stuck up there. Ellis grabs it, chucks it down, but Whitehawk is able to do a bit of grappling. Oh, lots of brawling here, right near the goal. They did have a goalie out of position. Oh no, goalie is above the goal. It looked like Alpha was goalieing, but he is not. We got Romeo in goal. So it's just a matter of if they can keep this bubble tight and not let it break before the shot gets taken. Goalie is out, and Romeo does try to still save it, but doesn't come out of that stun in time.
Man, that was impressive. I think it was a quick slap down, just bounced off the bottom corner of goal and goes right in on Romeo stunned out. I was heartbreaking. This is a very close game. I'm like on the edge of my seat. Oh my god, Discount Tyro's there trying their darndest to get those shots in, but they're just not quite working out right now. And I think the biggest thing right now is they keep going in for a lot, as we mentioned, as Skittles has been mentioning, a lot of deep clears, but no stack there to go chase it, right? So I'm a nail biter right now.
Absolutely. I think those clears are hurting them and not being able to read that disc as they we've seen them come back several times, but they're usually off by a little bit, and that can make all the difference. If you're off by a little bit, and even if the team behind you comes in afterwards, but if they can read the disc better than you, they're gonna have it.
Definitely.
So, well, and we just saw it there as well. Like it looks like there was a little bit of comms issue there, where one of the players on blue passed to another blue player, but that blue player had started to move up. So sometimes it's staying where you are and making sure you're communicating those passes. I know for me, as a midfielder, I'm often looking around trying to see, is there somewhere I need to defend? Is there somewhere else I need to be? And so sometimes people will pass me without like notifying me in some way, and that can be tricky if I'm looking to help someone else or looking to stun out the goalie. I may not be paying attention unless you've got my attention, so those comms are really key.
Yeah, I think one of the hardest things I ever learned was kind of transitioning from like constantly clearing to like when you have dispossession, you can hold it. You can hold it, look around, and go for a pass. And that's usually a lot better, right? At least your team is maintaining possession instead of, just chucking a disc and hoping your teammate can get possession, right? has been one of the biggest, I think, changes for maintaining possession and keep making sure my team can score more often, right? But yes, we'll see. It is back and forth right now for discount Tyros. I am still hoping they can get some more points on the board, but it is going back and forth, and they are trying their hardest. And Penguins is doing an amazing job at holding it down and making sure things work out in their favor. Right now, Ellis goes in for the clear through tunnel, and it does work out. It's going into Blue's bubble. Is that a? It's not. It's just a little bit off of the shot. Little heartbreaking, but it's fine. Good for Blue. I'd be scared right now. Goes in for the deep pass to Yaijin. Tries to look for the open cut, but it does not work out. Just a little bit of miscommunication on their part. Looks like it's still on Blue's side. Penguins is trying their best to get the setup. Goes for the 101, and it's 2 more points on the board for Penguins. Are we at mathematical time?
I think we are. I think they've
We
got
are.
about 30 seconds left. So sadly, this is over for discount Tyro. But I believe I have to ask Torque, but I believe this means that Penguins are in the finals. Yep.
Looks like Penguins are in the finals, and it was a very great game by Discount Tyros. You know, at another day with some different mindsets, maybe it could have been differently. But that's just how the game goes, and this is how the game went today. And it looks like Penguins wins officially, right, for this with 16. Is it over yet? No, wait, they're still going. Okay.
No, it's over. It's over.
Oh, is it over? Oh my God, 16 10. Oh my God.
Great job for both teams. Like we've seen immense improvements over the course of the season. Yeah. We've seen a lot of improvements over the course of the season, and I've used one example of I've embarrassed you a little, Martini, with my team, where when we talk about comms, I bring up that one game we had where you were above me on nest, I'm down kind of by root, and I've got 2 defenders on me coming at me, and you're like, you're hot, you're red, you're on fire, but you're not telling me where you are, so I don't know where to throw it other than maybe up somewhere randomly, and like talking about how specific, concise comms can make all the difference in your gameplay. And it looks like we have the standings up on stream. Disgusting is now number 1 position with Immersion at 2, Penguins at 3, and Miss Frisbee and the Magic School Bus. I think they have one more game to report. We didn't have cams today for that one, so it may just depend. It may all come down to that. So we will see where this all ends up and who will go head-to-head in the finals next week.
I am excited. This could go any way, as we've seen. All these teams have played pretty well. And even if you look at the points on the 4th column or whatever, you can see that at least the top 2 definitely pretty good. Even though Penguins and Miss Frisbee are a little bit behind, I think they can still catch up and play a pretty good game against even the top 2 teams. Really, finals, I love it because it's anyone's game, right? As we've seen these teams, they played really well. And some of them it's kind of like rock, paper, scissors, right? One team might beat the other, but another team might be able to beat another one just because of how the different chemistry is, right?
Well, and it'll be interesting to see if you really want to get in the dirt and know who you're playing in the finals, you can come back and watch these casts, see how that other team plays,
Yes.
and try to account for that. That's an open opportunity for anyone in the academy to look back on these casts and see what the other teams are doing.
Yes.
I don't necessarily remember what the teams are doing, but I remember what a lot of these individual players have done. Like I know you cannot leave the goal open for Happy Path. He is gonna sling a 3 in there. Watch out for Ghost Juking. Like there's several different players that have very unique abilities, and you can account for that if you prepare. So, good luck to everybody preparing this week. We're excited to. I think we have an additional cast tonight. Let me double check on that.
Time is that if you could tell us.
Finals will be November 12th at 2 p.m. And then tonight, this was our only cast today, it looks like.
Oh, what? I thought we had one more, huh?
No, I did too. Maybe I forgot to put it on the list. Let me double check that real quick.
Cool.
We're just going to check real quick so that you guys are aware. Yeah, nope, this was the only one today.
Oh, wow.
So, join us next weekend for the finals. Thank you so much. I'm Natasha Laura. This was, what's your name? What's your name, dude?
Oh, my name is Martini. Hello. Yes. Oh, I guess goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye. Goodbye. Hello, goodbye. Thanks so much for being with us. We'll see you next week.
Nagini getting this cross off to Corny, which once again, Corny getting grounded, getting the move, and oh,
there on the boot, but oh, very close. Oh, and 9
stacks. It is going to be Chuckles a lot there first, but 31 gets the turnover. It is a 4v.
On some brawling happening in the back. Time Lord's going to pass it right over to the center. There goes
The Precise. As Precise gets this one picked up and sent across to Sandalorian. The quick 1-2 back to the Precise, who gets through one, takes the shot, but Corny, which says trap area into the hands of Nagini. Nagini has the open goal, but maybe, not quite trusting that distance from them. The Precise passing, it is awesome to see players like this working in a team scenario. And oh, what a pass over to AJ Bear.
a bit lows, but they are going to get another chance at taking it, and 9 pops up from the
Spin this one forward under some pressure, gets it to Media, who gets the behind the back slap. Last opportunity here for Nagini.
just shy of catching the teammate, but it doesn't matter. Purple here, but the blue team's going to take over possession again. Nice clear. That was fantastic from the blue team. See if they can get it down there. Oh! And they're coming in hot, but oh, and a steal. What's gonna happen? And 9 drops it to, and actually misses the goal. That's okay. Purple Flame's gonna pick it back up, try and go for a